Hello and welcome back to the Unknown Podcast. Today's episode is going to be on space and a lot of other stuff concerning it, so let's just get right into that. So starting with space, can you just sit there and do you ever just sit there and look at the sky and be like, damn, that's scary? Because I know sometimes I'll just be lying down and you see the clouds and they're just so far up, it's freaky. But then again, I do have a fear of heights. But anyways, on the topic of space, I was thinking of cool things about space. Because let's face it, there's some pretty dope things about it. Like water. Water's so freaking cool, you can just play with water. But then again, there's some negatives to that, Because you cry and all of a sudden the water stays in your eye and it just starts stinging. And I even looked up some facts, it's not difficult. Think about showering. In order to shower, they have to they have a little bag of water that they have to put on very carefully, and then they have to vacuum it off after. They have to vacuum themselves. Imagine having to vacuum yourself to clean yourself. And they can't even just sleep comfortably and naturally because they're going to be floating all the time. So they're just going to be bumping into things, and they have to strap themselves down, which is just nuts. But then again, water can be cool. You can literally just play with water. And hey, let's think about the whole, there's a guy, there's a girl in space. Mile High Club times a million. Can you just imagine what sex in space would be like? You can try upside down sex, literally just rolling around. Just imagine that. That's nuts. That's some crazy that's just something nuts to imagine. Could you just imagine you just spinning and then all of a sudden you just actually never mind, because where would it go? Which is another thing I was curious about. Okay, sorry, this sounds weird, but letting go of fluid, if you have to go pee. And the thing is, because of the gravity, the zero gravity, astronauts actually don't know when they have to go to the bathroom, so they regularly have to go every 2 hours. They train themselves to do that, and that's nuts. Can you imagine coming back from space and having to go pee every single 2 hours? That'd be nuts. But then again, hey, you're an astronaut, that's pretty cool. You got those experiences space sex that no one else did. No, but actually regarding the SpaceX thing, there was a couple in space, but they never confirmed having a sexual relationship. No one's confirmed to have had sex in space, but that doesn't mean that they didn't. So who knows? It could be some outer space high club. Who knows? Speaking of the Mile High Club, that's just kind of nuts. On a plane in those small bathrooms with such little space. How do you do that? There was a scene in what was it? Snakes on a Plane, and they had they met in there and then they just started getting into it, getting all funky. And I'm thinking okay, but it's a small bathroom. There's not many options, So I'm just in an outer space when you're in a small space as it is with so many people around you. How do you even? I don't know. I guess they haven't. Wink, wink, because we don't know. But speaking of okay, so how I was talking about astronauts going to the bathroom. They also, the space station was afraid of what would happen with all of the gases, actual gases from people farting, since it can be explosive. So what they did is they installed something in the suits that kind of filters out the gas, which is just kind of nuts. So if you ever wanted to know where the farts go in space, they filter them out, which is pretty weird and interesting, and I don't even know how I got on that. But also, I don't know, space food apparently is disgusting, but I've always wanted to try it. There's some cool things about space, zero gravity, that. I think the zero gravity thing is the coolest, if I'm going to be honest. But I don't know, it screws with your body. When you come back, it's really hard to adjust. You'll be dropping things left, right, and center, and they'll just not be floating, they'll just fall. Can you imagine how high your hopes would be, coming back and seeing your family, and then all of a sudden, you just keep on dropping things left, right, and center, you're dropping your phone, and you're dropping, your laptop, and just dropping things nonstop. That kind of suck. It'd be kind of funny. No, tragically funny, because I wouldn't be like, it'd be so mean to laugh at someone for coming back from space, which is an incredible feat, and then like just dropping shit left, right, and center. Yeah, it's kind of sad. Also, aliens. Like, I don't know. A lot of people believe in aliens, and they say like, "Oh, how do you know?" I mean, hey, I don't know. And additionally, I remember reading an article where they claim that they have found parallel to Earth. It's called like Earth 2 or something. Hey, you might want to check me on that one. I could be wrong, but and it was very similar to our planet. That's why they called it Earth 2. But so hey, I mean, you don't know. But honestly, I'm just gonna go with the fact that I don't believe there are. I don't know. The conspiracy theories that you see nowadays, they just kind of seem a little out there. Like the moon landing was fake. Hey, I'm sorry if you believe that. I believe the evidence. Although these conspiracies are really cool because they go into like some details that no one would think of, and you're like, this seems like a possibility. And then you get people like flat earthers. Oh my goodness. I guess you can never know anything for sure, but like, come on now. Flat earth, like this is something from like the 1800s that they believed in. You're really gonna believe that now in 2018? Come on now. Oh yeah, can you imagine the space, whoops, the view from space? That would be incredible. Just to wake up to that and seeing the sun. The sun is so cool. Like a burning star. How dope is that? That'd be so dope. And speaking of the sun, I wonder, like, if you sweat, that's kind of weird. I don't know. Like, where would it go? Where would all that sweat go? Maybe they have to vacuum it or something like that? Because, hey, if when you're crying and it gets stuck in your eye and starts to sting, like I mentioned earlier, that's just kind of shitty. Imagine every time you're sad, you're already sad as it is, or something's like irritating your eyes, and then boom, more irritation. It's not gonna stop. So I'm thinking about that. Sweating can't be fun either. But I don't really have many more space facts to tell you, so I'll see you in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you would like, you can follow this podcast on Instagram, where I post little snippets from the episode, like the full episode, with video, so you can enjoy that. I'm also going to start a small YouTube channel. It's going to be a small part of my YouTube channel with these videos, so I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next episode.